The world is governed by the laws of the universe. So those who excel has aligned themselves to the law. The universal power is not blessing or punishing anybody. You must know this thing. God is not a respecter of person, the Bible will say. Yes, he does not hate anyone, neither does he love anyone. The one who violates the law punishes. And the one who aligned himself to the law bless. There is a kind of individual that the universal power causes every good thing to flow toward him. There is a kind of individual that he needs nothing, yet everything chases after him. And there is a kind of individual that always attracts negativity. I'm going to list for you the kind of individual that the universal power favors. One is a man who is self-reliant. Listen, when someone helps you and you build your trust on that person, it is God himself that will fight you. God will make sure that person disappoints you because you trust in him, you believed in him, which is a violation of spiritual law. By believing that this is where your help is going to come from, by relying on him, is even idolism. It's idolism. Yes, so God loved men who totally rely. For a religious man, God loved the man who totally rely on God. But for a secular guy or a secular lady, the one in the secular space who is not religious, God will bless him to the degree he is self-reliant, not trusting on anything, but just relying on his inner power. If he's a religious person, God will reward him to the degree his reliance on God. So there are kind of individuals that the universe does not favor. Those who are always looking for someone to assist them. And it's not a crime to look for assistance. Those who are always relying on someone else. Are you with me? This is the first. Two is the man who is always seeking for validation, looking for external things to validate him. This kind of individual never gets what he's looking for. But the one who is complete in himself, he's not looking for anything to validate him. If he's a religious man, the man who does not own what he built, but instead he gives it to God. He said, "This belongs to God, I am just a steward." God blesses this kind of man if it is truly sincere from his heart. In the secular world, the one who is detached, not so attached to the outcome of his result, he's just putting the work because he knows that his aim is to be a blessing to humanity. This kind of individual, the law reward. But the one who is always seeking validation, if he's a religious man, maybe he's building a religious platform to validate himself. This kind of individual, the law does not bless. The one who in the secular space is trying to build complaints, so when he pull up, everybody will know. This kind of individual, the law does not bless. You need to understand these energies because you can work hard, but if you are going with this energy, it will terminate some of your work. Another individual that the law bless is a humble man. There is a unique flavor that comes from a humble man. There is a unique flavor that comes from a man who is humble. Pride is the secret to many fall of many men. Pride. So today, as you listen to this series, all we do here is to heighten your consciousness, giving up lower energies and vibrate on a higher frequency. So stop seeking validation. Stop caring about outcome. Focus on putting in the work. See yourself as a steward, not an owner. Let God be the owner. Let God be the owner. So if you have a complaint, give it to God. Be a steward. Let God be the owner. In the Christendom, there is a man who built one of the, still currently the biggest church in terms of number. I think it's called Pastor Yonggi Cho. His principle was fully on the Holy Spirit. He will call the Holy Spirit a senior partner. In the secular space, we will call it as the God within. I'm not just in the secular space. The Christendom, I'm a Christian. There is a spirit in man. So to the degree you are relying on that spirit is to the degree of flavor that enters into your work. So the man who is self-reliant, the man who is not trying to own but steward, these two men God will bless. Vice versa, the one who is seeking validation, the one who wants to own, the one who is relying on external things, who is not self-reliant, the law does not bless such an individual. David was not relying on his ability. He said, by my God, I can run through a troop. Apostle Paul said, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You see the mindset. You see the mindset there. So live your life like this. Go into that flow state where you're just putting on the work. See, don't live a life of comparison where you are, oh, my mate has gone this, oh, my mate has gone that. That is not why you are here. Just because majority of the world are confused doesn't mean it's okay being confused. Just because majority is wrong doesn't mean it's okay being wrong. They can compare for all I care. But if you are part of this family, it's a new consciousness. You are not here for comparison. Emerson said there comes a time when they will come with so many confusions. Family, friends, hatred, corruption, needs of life, necessity of life, and they want to drag you into their confusion. He said, do not come into their confusion. Do not come. Cleave. Let your whole focus become attaining unto a higher stature. Let me tell you, to the degree you are reliant, you rely on the God within. To the degree you rely on the God within is to the degree you excel. He who look outside dream, but he who look within awaken. There is a spirit in man. The breath of the Almighty gives him understanding.